Hey, what's up, everybody? Gonna do a classic rock reaction, man. This is a complimentary quad. Complimentary quad. It's featuring the music of Alice Cooper, and we're gonna start off first with "Be My Lover," followed by "Under My Wheels." That's live in '71. Followed by "No More Mr. Nice Guy," and finally "I'm 18," and that's also live. Beat Club Live. So man, before I pop this off, I just want to give a shout out and a thanks very much to Rob M. Rob, thank you, man. I appreciate you introducing me to Alice Cooper. I believe it's the first time on the channel. There might have been one Alice Cooper song intermixed with a quad, but it's very, very faint and fuzzy. I'm not quite sure. But let's just officially call this my Alice Cooper intro. And Rob's got a little note. He says, here are four from the original Alice Cooper band. There are 2 live and 2 studio tracks. Enjoy, Rob. Thank you, Rob. Yeah, man, so let's hit this up. Be My Lover. Alice Cooper, Be My Lover. Let's get it.
She struts into the room. Well, I don't know her, but with a magnifying glance, I just sort of look her over. We have a drink or 2, well, maybe 3, and then suddenly she starts telling me her life story. She says, baby, if you wanna be my lover, you better take me home. 'Cause it's a long, long way to paradise, and I'm still on my own. Told her that I came from Detroit City, and I played guitar in a long-haired rock and roll band. She asked me why the singer's name was Alice. I said, listen, baby, you really wouldn't understand. Then I said, baby, if you wanna be my lover, you better take me home. 'Cause it's a long, long way to paradise, and I'm still on my own. On my own.
It's a very entertaining story being told here.
Oh, baby, if you wanna be my lover, you better take me home. 'Cause it's a long, long way to paradise, and I'm still on my
Okay, man. Be My Lover. Alice Cooper. in my mind's eye, I'm just envisioning the story and how that would play out, man. You know, could definitely be something true. Maybe he actually did maybe run into a lady in a bar or whatnot. You know, anything's possible. Let me know if that's true or not, or if it's just a really, really, really good storytelling and song. Yeah, man. I don't know anything about Alice Cooper, man, except from the actual frontman being Alice Cooper, who was very, very flamboyant, seemed to be a very smart person, a very intellectual person. Outside of that, I don't know much about the man or the band. So this is something that I definitely want to check out, man. Very intriguing to me. So when I introduce a new artist, or when I react to an artist for the first time, I like to introduce them, you know. Even though we've all heard of Alice Cooper, like myself, maybe there's a number of people who don't really know much. So just a little short bio read before we hit up the song, man. Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper was an American rock band formed in Phoenix, Arizona in '64. The band consisted of lead singer Vince Fournier, stage name Alice Cooper, Glenn Buxton, lead guitar, Michael Bruce, rhythm guitar and keyboards, Dennis Dunaway, bass guitar, and Neil Smith, drums. Fournier legally changed his name to Alice Cooper and has had a solo career under that name since the band became inactive in '75. Okay, so yeah, they were together for 11 years, the original band. Since '64. I'm just going back in time. So '64, it was around the time of, you know, the British invasion, pretty much the peak of the British invasion, would you say? Or maybe '62, '63 was. But '64, the British invasion was still pretty hot, I'd say. And I wonder what their sound was when they first came out in '64. All right. Of course, I lost my way. All right, the band became inactive in '75. The band was notorious for their elaborate theatrical shock rock stage shows. In 2011, the original Alice Cooper band was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. After years of obscurity, the Alice Cooper band rose to fame in '71 with the hit single I'm 18 and the album Love It to Death. Success continued with the popular single School's Out and the album of the same name in '72. The band peaked in popularity in '73 with their next album Billion Dollar Babies and its tour, which broke box office records previously held by the Rolling Stones. My, wow. That's impressive in itself. So they peaked in '73, but the band became inactive in '75. Yeah, my mind is asking questions. So what happened, guys? Why they're peaking in '73, but then they become inactive in '75? Did something happen? What happened? Or did the market just all of a sudden shift, because there was just so much available back in the '70s, and maybe the market shifted, maybe the focus shifted, there was new bands, maybe the Led Zeppelin factor was kicking in, and that was a big distraction and shifted away. What caused these guys to become inactive so soon after their peak? '73 and then '75 they're inactive. Answer that for me, right? Because I'm not getting any of that in the bio outline here. So if you know your Alice Cooper history, answer that for me, will you? That'd be very interesting to know exactly what contributed to it. 90% of the answers I get are usually influence from the industry, so I won't be surprised if it's that. All right, let's go on to the song. Okay, so it's more album information than song info. Be My Lover appears on Killer. It's the fourth studio album by Alice Cooper, released in November of '71. The album reached number 21 on the Billboard 200 album chart, and the two singles, Under My Wheels and Be My Lover, made the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Songs. Cooper said in the liner notes of A Fistful of Alice and In the Studio with Redbeard, which spotlighted the Killer and Love It to Death albums, that the song Desperado was written about his friend Jim Morrison, who died the year this album was released, 71. According to an NPR radio interview with Alice Cooper, Desperado was written about Robert Vaughn's character from the movie The Magnificent Seven. Halo of Flies was, according to Cooper's liner notes in the compilation The Definitive Alice Cooper, an attempt by the band to prove that they could perform King Crimson-like progressive rock suites, and was supposedly about a Smersh-like organization. Smersh, S-M-E-R-S-H. Desperado, along with Under My Wheels and Be My Lover, have appeared on different compilation albums by Cooper. The song, Dead Babies, stirred up some controversy following the album's release, despite the fact that its lyrics conveyed an anti-child abuse message. Yeah, back in 71, that would definitely stir up some shit. I gotta hear that song. Reception, album reception. Yo, damn. Critics got a lot of shit to say, boy. Alright, let's read a few. Rolling Stone's Lester Bangs gave it a favorable review. He explained that it brings all the elements of the band's approach to sound and texture to a totally integrated pinnacle that fulfills all the promise of their erratic first two albums, and that each song on the album finds him in a different role in the endless movie he is projecting on them. He concluded by calling Alice Cooper a strong band, a vital band, and they are going to be around for a long, long time. This was 71, they became active in 75. Again, I gotta know why. Robert Christgau rated the album a B-, stating that a taste for the bass usages of hard rock rarely comes with a hit attached these days, much less surreal, theatrical, and let us not forget transvestite trappings. However, he said that the album falters after Under My Wheels and Be My Lover, neither of them and I'm 18 in the Human Outreach Department. Okay. If you know your Alice history and you know this album well, do you agree with this guy, Christgau? Do you believe that it falters after Under My Wheels and Be My Lover? Let me know. AllMusic's Greg Prato rated Killer 4.5 out of 5 stars. Obviously, Greg doesn't agree with him. He stated that disturbing tracks fit in perfectly and that other songs were even more exceptional. He concluded by pointing out that it rewarded them as being among the most notorious and misunderstood entertainers, thoroughly despised by grown-ups. Unquote. Hey man, as kids we all knew, without even being told, whatever it is that your parents or grown-ups were telling you not to bother with, not to listen to, not to, take up, that's the direction that you headed in. You know what I'm saying? So indirectly, grown-ups probably fueled the fire of fandom for Alice Cooper, and other bands that they were trying to shut down. That's funny, man. You'd think grown-ups would be able to figure that out by now, but I'm still seeing that. No, don't listen to this, don't listen to this. All right, man. Let's hit up our next track, and that being Under My Wheels. And this is live in 71, Under My Wheels. Let's get it.
Cell phone is ringing. You got me on the run. I'm driving in my car now, anticipating fun. I'm driving right up to you, babe. I guess that you could see me, but you were under my wheels, honey. call me on the telephone, say, take me to the show. And then I said, honey, I just can't go. But later said that I can leave home. Telephone is ringing. You got me on the run. I'm driving in my car now. I got you under my wheels. 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 Yeah, I got you under my wheels. Telephone ringing. You got me on the run. I'm driving in my car now, anticipating fun. I'm riding right up to you, babe. I guess that you could see it, but you were under my wheels, honey. Why don't you let me be? Yeah, got you under my wheels. Yeah, I got you under my wheels. Wheels, under my wheels. Got you under my wheels.
Right on. Under my wheels. Now it doesn't say where this is from, what show it was on. It just says live in '71. Under my wheels. Right on. Good showing for Alice Cooper. Maybe one of the first outings. Because they were obscure for a couple of years, and then in '71 they had their big coming out. So I imagine that this is probably one of the first times actually seeing the band perform. Really good stage presence, man. Alice Cooper, the front man, that dude, man, with that makeup around his eyes and everything, he looks like the Grim Reaper, man. But you can tell that he's very charismatic, and that he likes to have fun. He's very theatrical. That's great for a frontman. Frontmen back then, man, like the likes of the Mick Jaggers and the Peter Gabriels, you know, they really had a touch of great flamboyance. Definitely influential on frontmen to follow, like the likes of Freddie Mercury's, you know. Great frontmen of rock and roll. How would that be for the topic of a series, man? Damn. All of this shit that I want to do and I got no time. You ever have those days, those moments where you just say to yourself, you know, I'm sitting at work and I'm thinking to myself, boy, you know, what would I really want to be doing? I would really like to be doing some reactions right now. And sometimes the thought comes to me, I'm just, you know, running around doing my thing at work, and sometimes I just say to myself, you know, man, Wayne, fuck this. Just get up, walk out, go home and shoot reactions, because that's what you really, really want to do. But then you reel it back, you know what I mean? That's just me sometimes. I have those moments. Maybe one day I'll be able to devote myself to this full time. That would be the shit, man, let me tell you. I'd enjoy the hell out of that, doing that. Anyway, I'm just daydreaming. Where the hell was I now? Be My Lover. No, I'm wrong. Sorry, that was the first track. Under My Wheels. Under My Wheels, yeah, same album. Under My Wheels is a rock song by Alice Cooper. It was originally released on the group's Killer album in 1971, and was also that album's first single release. The song was written by Michael Bruce, Dennis Dunaway, and Bob Ezrin. The Alice Cooper Band performed the song on the Old Grey Whistle Test in '71. Okay, the Old Grey Whistle Test. That's probably what we were just seeing. It was also performed in Germany on Beat Club. Oh, wait a minute. Uh, no, Beat Club was the last song on our list. Since then, Under My Wheels has been a staple of Cooper's live shows, being the equal third most performed song in his catalog behind Only School's Out and I'm 18, though equaled by Billion Dollar Babies. It has been played regularly upon every tour Cooper has done since the single's release. It was re-recorded in '88 by Cooper and Guns N' Roses, with the vocals performed as a duet between Cooper and Axl Rose. That'd be cool, I'd like to see that. For the soundtrack of The Decline of Western Civilization Part 2, The Metal Years on Slash Records, which came out after the release of the Raise Your Fist and Yell album, with its supporting US tour being opened by Guns N' Roses. Nice. Okay, so that was in '88. Cover versions. Yo, man. I'll just mention a few. Joe Elliott, Phil Collen, Bob Kulick, Chuck Wright, Pat Torpey, Clarence Clemens, all covered this song. A live cover version of Manic Street Preachers was included on the CD single of Motorcycle Emptiness. It was also covered by Hanoi Rocks. The song has been heard in the background doing part of Megadeth 502. The song was covered by Gumball for the Sub Pop Singles Club. It was covered by Foo Fighters. Yeah, so a well-covered song, man. Excellent tune. Let's hit up our third one. That being No More Mr. Nice Guy. All right. Alice Cooper, No More Mr. Nice Guy. Let's get it. I haven't heard this song in a long time now.
Nice guy, they say.
Is this your favorite Alice Cooper song? For many of you who are Alice fans, what's your favorite Alice Cooper song? I bet you a number of you will probably say this one. It's certainly one of the most popular, and of course I've heard it before. It's the first time I'm actually sitting and listening to the story as it's being told. It's very humorous, very funny. But, you know, if it's something that actually happened, something that is actually occurring in his life, it's not that funny. And I think the picture he's really painting here is that because of his rock star persona, he was facing prejudice and discrimination. And that's not very funny. But hopefully it's more of a humorous twist, rather than something that really actually happened and played out like that. You getting punched in the face by the damn Reverend, can you imagine? All right, man. So, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Okay. Yeah, lots of information for this song, yeah. No More Mr. Nice Guy is a song by rock band Alice Cooper taken from the 1973 album Billion Dollar Babies. The single reached number 25 on the US charts and number 10 on the UK charts, and helped Billion Dollar Babies to reach number 1 in both the UK and the US. The song was written by Michael Bruce and Alice Cooper. Cooper wrote the song lyrics around the reactions of his mother's church group to his stage performances, saying that there were worse things that he could do with his life, and that the gloves were off now. Okay, so that answers my question. It had, I'm not surprised that it had shades of real elements to it that, of course, reflected the song. I think, the preacher punching him in the face is just a little bit of an exaggeration, a little over the top. But I definitely could see him suffering a lot of discrimination because of that, lots of judgment and shaming. Christians love to use that shaming mechanism, don't they? No inspiration, but shaming. Not all Christians. Let me just put the brakes on that right there. I don't want to get into dangerous waters. The song was re-recorded by Alice Cooper and featured in the video game Guitar Hero, Warriors of Rock, The Simpsons episode Love is a Many-Strangled Thing, and the Family Guy episode Mom's the Word. The song was used in the TV show Ash vs. Evil Dead and in the film Dazed and Confused. The scene featuring the song in the latter film was later parodied on Family Guy in the episode Jungle Love. Cooper made a cameo appearance while performing the song in the film adaptation of the TV series Dark Shadows. Also, former professional wrestling promoter, booker, and manager Jim Cornette uses the song as the intro to his weekly podcast. Right, I remember Cornette's got a very successful podcast, along with Steve Austin. I think even Ric Flair had a podcast. And you know what? Where music is concerned, that I still have yet to check out is Robert Plant's podcast. I don't know if he's still doing it, but I heard good things, so I definitely got to find the time to do this shit, man. Other cover versions. Yeah, man, look at this list. Yeah, let me just skim over it. Megadeth. Hidden Treasures, Pat Boone, Roger Daltrey, Slash, Bob Kulick, Mike Inez, Carmen and Peace, and David Glenn covered it on the 1999 tribute album Humanary Stew, a tribute to Alice Cooper. And then uses in popular culture. In '76, professional wrestler Chris Holt used the song as his entrance theme. And of course, Jim Cornette is mentioned again here. On the 4th episode of the 7th season of the television show Shields, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., named out of the past. The song's chorus is played as the characters try to figure out what year they travel to. Okay, let's leave it there, man. Well used in popular culture. Let's hit up our final track, man. That being I'm 18. And I'm 18 is Beat Club Live. All right, Alice Cooper, I'm 18, live. Let's get it. dig that conductor bit in the end. Good showmanship. Great song. And again, the question, is this your favorite Alice Cooper song? If not, what is? Where do you rank 18 among your list of Alice Cooper songs? Is it in your top 5? Where is it at? Let me know, man. Let me know what your favorite Alice Cooper song is, and let me know if 18 is on your top 5's list of best Alice Cooper songs. I'm sure it is. Great tune. Band looks good. I'm trying to search my mind if I've actually seen Alice Cooper perform on stage, and I just can't bring it back to mind. But let's just say, for argument's sake, that this is my first exposure to seeing him actually live. Good energy, man. Good stage presence, good energy. There's something about really feeling more closer to a band once you see them live. Once you see them performing live. Once you see them actually performing, rubbing off of each other and kind of getting feeling for each other. Like I said, that last conductor bit in the end, I really dig that. That was great, man. All right. I'm 18. So, I'm 18 is a song by rock band Alice Cooper, first released as a single in November of 1970, backed with Is It My Body. It was the band's first top 40 success, peaking at number 21, and convinced Warner Brothers that Alice Cooper had the commercial potential to release an album. The song and its B-side feature on the band's first major label album, Love It to Death, in 1971. The anthemic song is driven by a lumbering, arpeggiated guitar riff and aggressive raspy vocals. The lyrics tell of the angst of being in the middle between youth and adulthood. It began as an 18-minute jam that young Canadian producer Bob Ezrin persuaded the band into tightening into a tight 3-minute rocker. The song was the band's breakthrough and left a considerable influence on hard rock, punk, and heavy metal. Joey Ramone wrote his first song for the Ramones based on the chords to I'm 18, and John Lydon auditioned for the Sex Pistols by miming to the song. Bands such as thrash metalers Anthrax have covered the song, and Kiss settled out of court for plagiarism of the song over the 1998 track Dreamin'. Rolling Stone included the song in 2011 on its 500 Greatest Songs of All Times list, listing it at 482. I'm 18 was selected by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as one of the 500 songs that shaped rock and roll. It was voted number 38 in Detroit's 100 Greatest Songs, 2016 Detroit Free Press poll. The song ranked number 39 on VH1's 40 Greatest Metal Songs in 2006. All right. So that concludes Wikipedia Song Fact Info for I'm 18, and also for the rest of this really good quad, man. It's an excellent quad. A really good intro of Alice Cooper. Definitely these 4 songs, I think, in my opinion, really represents the band very well. And I'm sure that you've probably got other songs that you would recommend along those lines, but as a first impressions, first showing, definitely it would, it's intrigued me enough to want to see a little bit more of what Alice Cooper is about. And also, I'm intrigued to see their stage antics, because especially the frontman has a really great commanding stage presence. Love that in a band, man. It's an absolute must for a frontman. So, let me rather, scroll down here and just check and see what I got going on, man. Well, what have I always got going on? I got quads. So, I got quads for Marco, Jupiter, Tony, Ford, Freddie, all coming up real quick, man. And I want to get back into the swing of doing more progressive rock songs. I think out of in the last 2 years, it is an area of rock and roll that has probably had the least amount of attention from me. So I really want to, get back into that. And I noticed I'm kind of going back in time, and I'm like, yeah, I dropped the ball in Rush after Neil Peart passed, and that was kind of like really the last bit of really, I guess, a string of progressive stuff that I'd done. So I realized that, yeah, I kind of dropped the ball in the progressive rock, so I want to get back into that. The ELPs, the Genesis, the Yes, the Rush, get back into the progressive shades of rock. Also, the Southern rock, too, I kind of let that go a little bit. So I want to get refocused on that as well. All right, so that's my updates, that's my rundown, that's my intention, and that is my reaction to this great quad. Rob, thank you, man. I appreciate you exposing me to Alice Cooper, and I'm definitely open to checking out a little bit more of their stuff. And like I said again, especially stuff where I'm actually seeing them perform, where I'm actually seeing them interacting with each other live. That's really nice. All right, man. You guys, hope you enjoyed this quad. Have a good one. Have a safe week, and I'll catch you in another complimentary quad. Peace.